I want you to imagine yourself as a mutant inside the 616 continuity. I want you to wish a world where you had been a mutant that had fought with the X-Men for many years. During this time, you had worked with and heard of all of the legends of all of the X-Men, including Jean Grey, her rise and fall from glory, as well as all of the greats. However, your time with the X-Men had come to a close, and you had decided at one point in time that it was time to move on. Years later, throughout your times as a hero, you eventually joined the Avengers, and you had spent time with many of the greatest heroes, Earth's mightiest Avengers, including Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, and so on and so on. You spend a variety of years working in line with them, and although you had been accustomed to crises happening, this crisis started on a day that seemed like any other. Could it have been an asteroid? Could it have been a meteor? Could it have been a missile? It could have been many things. But what fell from the sky, this felt different. Because at the bottom of the crater, what we found wasn't any of the above aforementioned. It was a person, and this person was addressed by everyone else as Nova. Nova had come with a warning. It is coming. The Phoenix Force. As he said it, the Avengers all slowly but surely began to panic a little bit inside. You could feel it. And the name Phoenix itself was also something that ran chills up your spine, as you had heard the horror stories of the once great Jean Grey, who had fallen prey to madness and the powers of the Phoenix. The Avengers all began to rally. Unsure of what to do, Captain America reaches out to another notable X-Man. He reaches out to Wolverine, who is currently running a school, the Jean Grey School for Gifted Mutants, named for Jean Grey after she had killed herself as a result of the Phoenix. Cap asks him, "We need to get the mutants on board with the situation. The Phoenix is coming." Wolverine seems pretty clear as to what's going to happen. But either way, he lets him know there's nothing you can do to stop the Phoenix from getting what it wants. And all mutants know what it wants. It wants a host. And there's only one host that can house the Phoenix. Jean Grey's daughter, Hope Summers. And there's nowhere that you can keep her that the Phoenix will not find. Captain America seemingly throws this to the side, but asks him, "Can you help us?" Since you are a mutant, Captain America looks to you as he begins to travel all the way to the singular island the mutants are currently on. They're on this island because the Scarlet Witch had neutered all of the mutants in the multiverse with the No More Mutants during the House of M. Around 200 mutants remain in the universe, and all of which are found here, escaping the oppression of all the world's governments. It is here that Scott Summers confronts Captain America and you. Captain America looks to him and says, "The Phoenix is coming." Scott Summers says, "I know." "Isn't it great?" Cap says, "What do you mean, great? We need to prepare for this. We need to take Hope Summers in." And Scott tells him the same thing Wolverine had told him. There's nowhere on Earth you can hide Hope Summers that the Phoenix will not get to. It is coming. Cap presses even further. We need to take her in. We need to keep her safe. He says the only thing you could do to her is kill her. We can train her. We can make her capable of housing the Phoenix. Jean Grey was corrupted by outside influences even outside of the Phoenix. I'm working to make that happen. And Captain America says, "I'm here as a courtesy. I'm not necessarily asking. We have to take Hope Summers." And Scott Summers turns to him and says, "I can't believe that Captain America is on the side of fascism." As the two begin to square off, Scott Summers believes that Hope Summers can be saved and can control the Phoenix, and can become a new agent of rebirth for all of the mutants utilizing the Phoenix's powers. But Captain America is afraid of what the potential can be, afraid that it will wipe the life of everybody on Earth because no one will be able to stop it. Eventually, Scott Summers immediately blasts Captain America with his optic blasts, throwing him back into the water, as Captain America throws his shield up in the air, and he says, "Avengers assemble." And from the helicarrier, all the Avengers begin jumping down onto the soil of the island, ready to invade. Scott Summers looks at you at the same time that Captain America looks at you, both requesting you to join their side. Whose side are you on? Which side do you rally to in the war between Avengers versus X-Men?